Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So the War community website has just dropped a big article regarding the Eldar or Dark Eldar. Let's just call them Eldar. Xenos. That's probably best. So in this article there is a lot of things. So let's jump in and let's get started. So the big thing out of all of this is probably the box set. Yes, there has been a lot of talk about box sets since the artwork got released by GW. People saying that looked perfect on a box set, it looked perfect on a book and stuff like that. And we finally have it. Blood of the Phoenix box set incoming for Eldar. And this is very, very special because, of course, there's two factions in here. But my Eldar friend was telling me, technically, you can play these as one faction. This is the biggest box set GW is saying they've done. And to include this all in one, like you can play this under the keyword Eldar, I think that's massive. I think it's massive for collectors anyway, because you're basically getting all the gear to play with for one faction, if you choose to play it that way. Of course, people will be adding it to, you know, the Eldar army or Dark Eldar army, however you want to play it. But what it says here, it says, we may have shown you some new models, but we haven't shown you the amazing box set they come in. Blood of the Phoenix is the biggest battle box we've ever released. Not only does it feature 12 new plastic miniatures, including the stunning Incubi, the Howling Banshee kits, not to mention 2 unique characters, Janezar and Drazar, some Scourges, Hellions, and no less than 3 vehicles too. And in the background, you can actually see the vehicles and everything that you're getting in the box set. It looks nice. It looks good. First things first, we're seeing the full squad of Howling Banshees, and we're seeing the full squad of Incubi at the moment. Like this is the first time they've shown it off. They've shown the previews, but they haven't shown us the full squads of these. If we actually switch over to this image you see in the background, we can actually see them in all the glorious HD picture quality. So this is it. This is the first squad of Howling Banshees. You Eldar players, how do you feel about having plastic Howling Banshees? It's been a long time coming. I'm not. You know, it's been a hell of a journey for you Eldar players, and I am very, very glad that you are getting some stuff. You know, I always tend to jump on the Xenos players like Tau and Eldar and stuff like that. But of course, when you guys get new models, it's great for us all. It's because you guys get inspired to make new stuff, make new armies, put them on the battlefield, and that gives me a chance, you know, to fight those armies and purge you in Dawn and the Emperor's glorious name. The models themselves all look fantastic. I love the guy with, like, or girl. I don't know how the Banshee aspects works. I think you can have guys and girls in the Howling Banshees, if I'm not mistaken. But the guy with the or the girl again with 2 swords, just like doing a little twirl at top. He's on top of the little rock thing. Again, as I mentioned in my previous video about the sisters, I love like the bases where like there's like concrete or like rubble on it and stuff like that. Maybe it's just me as an Imperial Fist who just like stone so much that when I see it on a base I get all excited. But the models are fantastic. I like them all. I think GW have done a great job. Really, I can't really think of a model recently that GW have made which I thought, no, I don't like that at all. All the sculpts, all the designs that they've been pumping out recently for both 40k and Age of Sigmar has been absolutely incredible. Now, as much as I like the Howling Banshee ones, I think the Incubi basically took the throne when it comes to the rule of cool. Look how awesome these models look. Look how just dark and gruesome, and they're ready to, you know, tickle your nipples in a funny kind of way to make you scream so they can drain your life essence. These guys are ready for it, and yeah, the blades are awesome, the sculpts are awesome, the stances are awesome. I like it all. Those big, what is it? Are they like glaives or swords? I don't even know what they bloody are, but they look incredible. And again, if it inspires more people to get into it, inspires more Dark Eldar players who have been, you know, wanting more of these, then that's great for us all. And I can't wait to see them on the tabletop. I actually can't wait to see how the Eldar and Dark Eldar face off against each other, because we'll get into it in a second about some of the new rules and stuff like that. I think it's going to be very interesting. Like, a lot of people have been complaining about Space Marines, saying they're top dogs now with all, you know, the chapter tactics, doctrines and stuff like that. But, you know, maybe this is just the start of something big coming from GW when they start to do new codexes now, and we're just the first of that. That's why we're so powerful at the moment, and I expect, of course, if the Eldar get something like this, then it's going to be even more powerful and broken, because that's how Eldar has been for like ever now. In the article, it also mentions, it says, in addition to the miniatures, Blood of the Phoenix, this is a book that's included in the box set, includes a 40-page campaign book telling the tale of the ancient grudge between those who have fled the fall of both the space-faring craft worlds and those who arrogantly continued the dark practices practices, sorry, I can't really say it, that first damned their race. So that's cool. So you're getting some narrative, some lore behind this. That's what I love as a player. I love learning what the hell is going on. You know, of course, with the Great Rift and this whole psychic awakening, there's a lot of stuff that's got to be happening, and of course it's pushing the narrative, the story forward a bit, and that's always great for me. And I love to see what's going on with all the races, not just Imperium / Space Marines. It says the action follows Drazer's quest to cement his place in legend by slaying a Phoenix Lord in combat. Now, one of the things about this, remember the trailer that we had where it's like, a Phoenix will rise, a Phoenix will fall. So is a Phoenix actually going to die in this? Surely they can't kill Jane Zar, like, after releasing that epic model, and they can't kill, you know, Drazar as well. It just wouldn't make sense to have two new models which look absolutely incredible and then just killing one off a couple of weeks later. GW are not that mad, because I think it would affect their bottom lines when it comes to sales. It says you can refight each stage of this bloodthirsty journey with 3 echoes of war missions that are inspired by a narrative. Finally, the book features all the data sheets for the models in the battle box, including the awesome new rules for Janzar, Drazar, both of whom are utterly terrifying. This is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing their full profile, see how much they can rock. From a couple of people who've been whispering me, Jane Zar is going to be an absolute beast on the tabletop. And to be fair, I wouldn't expect anything less, because it's Eldar and it's a Phoenix Lord Eldar, and it's Jane Zar, you know, as that Phoenix Lord, you know, probably one of the beastly Eldar there is out there. So yeah, I am definitely looking forward to see how she is on the tabletop. Hopefully I can just blow her off the table with my execution attack from 72 inches away, even before she reaches my line. So hopefully that's how it plans out for me. And on the subject of books, of course, they've also previewed the first book of the Psychic Awakening series, which is of course titled Phoenix Rising. Now, this is very interesting to me. I'm actually going to go and purchase this, not for the Eldar stuff, which is of course is going to be in there, but for the lore, more or less, the general lore. I'm hoping that will mention maybe what's going on in the Imperium and stuff like that. I know it's more or less going to be dedicated to Eldar, but you know, I do have hope that other factions will have a little bit of a say in their, you know, stance and just a little bit of lore, what's going on in the wider galaxy. It does say that the first of the upcoming series of the Psychic Awakening books, Phoenix Rising, recounts the events that will change the future of the Eldari race forever. Despite alliances will be forged against ancient enemies, hope and despair will become entwined. The mightiest champion of the Azara, the Eldar, let's say, and the Dark Eldar, the Inari, will fight at one to prevent their ultimate doom. Of course, this is just the first part of the galaxy-spanning series of the events that is set to change the fate of Warhammer 40,000 forever. So even if you're not an Eldari fan, chances are you'll want to get your hands on this book anyway. That's what I mean. This is why I'm getting it, because this is apparently changing the entire galaxy when it comes to the events. Now, we do know from the rumours that apparently Book 2 is supposed to feature Black Templars and Chaos, which I'm fingers crossed, bloody hell, that is true, because Black Templars need some love. Book 3 is apparently supposed to be the Blood Angels and the Tyranids, and Book 4 is supposed to be the Space Wolves and the Orcs. Again, that is all rumour. That is for you to make your mind up and to see what really happens. Of course, the Imperium are going to be getting some love, but I personally thought with the Sisters releasing in November, they would be the ones at the forefront of it, because it would kind of make a really good marketing strategy that the Sisters have just been released, brand new army, let's get involved in this big campaign so we can, you know, market it. People will go out and buy more sister models and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It just goes hand in hand together. But we shall see, because the rumor was at the end of November, it's going to be Book 2, or, you know, information about Book 2 coming at the end of November. So let's see. Fingers crossed that it will be Black Templars and it will be Chaos. Now, there's some interesting things at the end of this article which I'm kind of scared for as an Imperial fanboy. And it says, in addition to the trio of exciting echoes of war missions, Phoenix Rising include the rules for 2 theatres of war, you know, high altitude and stuff like that. But it says, right at the bottom, it says, and that's just a start. There's loads of new rules and abilities for the Eldar and Dark Eldar, an entire Codex expansion worth of content. These include Exarch power options for each aspect temple, a third psychic discipline in the runes of fortune, and new customizable craft word attributes that work like successor tactics in Codex Space Marines. So again, this is what I've been on about. They're taking the blueprint of what they're doing with the Space Marines, and it looks like they're going to be applying it to all the different races when it comes to the tabletop. This is probably just the start until the Eldar get their brand new codex. And I foresee, probably they'll do it like different craft rules, just like different chapters got their stuff, where in the Imperial Fist, the Salamanders, the Iron Hands, the Ultramarines, the White Scars, the Raven Guard, just like they got their own supplements. I can see that happening to the Eldar. I can see it happening to the Orcs. Fingers crossed that will happen to the Imperial Guard. Give me some Talon, give me some Praetorians. I know they probably won't ever do Praetorians again, but fingers crossed. I can see this applying to all the factions that can do this, and I think it's great because it adds more flavor to the armor, not just on the tabletop, but also also lore-wise as well. It buffs their lore out, and that is something I love. I love just sitting down and reading about lore. So yeah, I am glad that more factions are getting this, but of course with the Eldar, I'm always scared because Eldar are so OP. So yes, let's see, let's wait out and let's see what they get. Alright, Chaprinos, that is me done for another video. So next weekend will be the pre-orders. Following Saturday will be this box set out. I think that the Sunday after this is out, so well, let me just look at my calendar really quick. So if it goes up for pre-order on the 12th, it releases on the 19th. That means the Space Marine Codex, which is the Imperial Fist and the not the Iron Hands, the Salamanders, should be going on pre-order on Saturday the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Saturday the 26th, to be released on November the 2nd. Which is, yeah, they did say October for the release, or did they mean does a pre-order count as a release? No, it doesn't for me. Release means it's released in October. So yeah, we shall see. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm dead wrong, and we get it way before that. No, actually, I'm doing this all wrong. Sorry, please excuse me. If it goes on pre-order on the 12th and gets released on the 19th, no, I am right. Sorry, I'm being an absolute fool. I was right when I said it the first time. Sorry, I'm just ranting at the end of the video. Right, I'm gonna call it there. Let me know your thoughts, feedback. Are you an Eldar fan? Are you happy? Are you sad? Let me know down below, and we can have a nice little chat about that. I think the box set looks incredible. So yeah, I think it's a really big win for you Xenos players. Right, that's me done. See you now, and bye bye.